tonight. Welcome. I'm so excited to be able to share this information with you this evening. My name is Sarah Brubaker with Grace in All of This. That's my blog and web page. You can find me online through that website. And tonight I'm going to be presenting on winter wellness strategies during illness and outbreaks, and just colds in general and winter time. Okay, so introduction. Who, what, why, and how. What are we going to be talking about tonight? This topic was kind of inspired by this time of year, colds, flus, sicknesses. I know that that's been going around my house. So I just wanted to share with everybody else some of my strategies for keeping things at bay. So I'm here to help you be prepared for whatever may come your way. Okay, so a little bit about myself. Follower of Jesus, love the Lord. My husband and I have been married. We got married in June of 2010, and in June of 2006, and in April of 2012 we had our son. Before I started using essential oils and sharing them, I was a professional counselor. That's my training and background in that. And have experience with working as a counselor for about 5 years, doing mental health and relational counseling, which I love doing. But back last Christmas is when I discovered essential oils, and I have loved all that has provided me, not only as a business, but also just personally using the oils and sharing them. It's more than just something that I like to do or a job that I have. It's really just become a passion of mine and something that I feel like I was made to do. So I believe in natural medicine first and modern medicine second. This is kind of what drives our use of essential oils in our house and other alternative natural remedies. Those are our first line of defense. And then if something crosses that line and we need to go see a doctor, we certainly will utilize that. Just a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. Only Dr. Mom or Dr. Quinn, which is my ultimate goal in life. If anybody knows, grew up watching Dr. Quinn, I sure did. So when we got the oils, it was, for me, like one step closer to becoming Dr. Quinn. So this information that I'm going to be sharing is what I found in my personal research. You're responsible for what you decide to do with it. The information has not been evaluated by the FDA, so it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. And it's important that you do seek medical treatment when necessary. So I would affirm that as well. So my inspiration for doing this is this verse right here, Isaiah 61, 1 through 3. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor, bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from the darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. And this was something for me that really inspired me when I was contemplating pursuing the business and sharing side of doTERRA. I didn't want it to appear as though I didn't have faith in God as our healer, but He created these plants and they have fascinating medicinal properties. God is our provider, but that doesn't mean I don't think I need to go to the grocery store and buy food to eat. Creation demonstrates God's power and what an amazing message these plant oils give to us. I believe that they are a blessing and include them in my family's wellness toolkit. So what we're going to cover tonight is healthy lifestyle, essential oil basics, illness prevention, illness preparedness, and symptom management. Okay, so why nature's medicine? Talking here a little bit about the difference between modern medicine and nature's medicine. This is the primary difference between the two. Reactive versus proactive. It's the biggest indicator of the difference in mindset between modern medicine and natural living. So where modern medicine is reactive, okay, you have developed symptoms. What you do is you go to the doctor, get it checked out, and get a prescription for that, as opposed to being proactive in your approach to taking care of your body holistically so that you are taking an active stance against sickness and illness. Modern medicine has a lot of side effects. The reason being that a lot of these medications that are being prescribed and utilized are, sorry, I was seeing if there's a question over here. So these medications that are being prescribed to us are synthetically made. So they're made in a laboratory with the use of chemicals. The problem with that is that our body does not know how to process chemicals, so there are side effects. I'm sure we have all seen commercials on TV about a new drug, and it goes through all the ways that it can help you, and then it lists all the ways that it could really, really harm you. So there is a bunch of side effects that could be the result of a medication because of its chemical synthetic components. And usually they are made out of isolated synthetic components. So whereas an essential oil will have a whole bouquet of compounds and constituents which are vital in the therapeutic use of it, a prescription will be isolated in those components. Okay, whereas natural medicine, what I would invite you to consider would be original medicine. This is what has been here since the beginning of time and people used before modern medicine. They have no side effects. Our bodies and plants are made similarly by our Creator, and our bodies know how to ingest the healing properties of plants and oils. Modern medicine has expiration dates. I can't tell you how many times, and I'm sure you probably have this too, bought a NyQuil for my husband or myself because we couldn't sleep. And we used half the box, and then we stuck it way back in the medicine cabinet because our cold had gone away. And then when the symptoms came back the next year or so, the box would be expired. So we only used half the medication, and then we ended up throwing out so much of it. And I really don't like throwing money down the drain, so that was really frustrating to me. Natural medicine doesn't have the expiration date that a modern medicine would have. So that's also something to consider. The difference in cost. Modern medicine is you're going to be paying a whole bunch for doctor visits, co-pays for the visit and the prescription, whereas nature's medicine is really pennies per dose, and it's so much more affordable and accessible to everybody. Modern medicine takes time, scheduling doctor's visits, going to the doctor, sitting, waiting, takes a lot of time, whereas nature's medicine is available at your home, at your disposal, whenever you have the need. So these other ones about modern medicine is kind of what I talked about a little bit with the side effects. So it's a synthetically made product. There's so much reported on the overdose of prescription medication in our country, it's absurd. From my background in counseling, the overdose rates of prescription medication or even over-the-counter medication for attempted suicide and successful suicide is high, very, very high. And the tolerance that is comes as a result of medication is also high. So the more you use, the more your body becomes accustomed to it, and therefore the more you need to use so that your body overcomes that tolerance. So there's a lot of negatives to modern medicine as opposed to nature's medicine. Okay, so that's these natural compounds which work with our body and are organic in their composition and similar to our body's composition. Overdose is very unlikely, and there's no tolerance known. So those are the difference between modern medicine and nature's medicine. All right, so Live for Health. We're going to start with some basic principles here. Okay, this is the wellness pyramid. that doTERRA teaches. Our mission is, as a company, is to teach people to live more healthy, productive lives and to share with others the blessing of a lifetime of wellness. And I want to go over this so that you understand the goal of doTERRA as a company. It's not all focused on buying our products. Those are the top 2 levels of the pyramid. The foundation is a healthy lifestyle, and I love that this is their philosophy. doTERRA is a company founded on a wellness philosophy of healthy lifestyle choices and informed, proactive participation in one's own healthcare alternatives. So doTERRA also teaches informed self-care alternatives and encourages people to take a proactive role in their medical care. So let's start with the very bottom of this pyramid, eating right. Our diets should be rich in foods with an abundance of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. Eating right means choosing fresh, whole, unprocessed foods and avoiding foods that are overprocessed or contain high levels of simple sugars and saturated fats. So these are going to be the foods in the perimeter of the store. So when you go shopping, you want to keep to the outside and find those things, you know, the fruits and veggies, those perishable items that are going to be rich in nutrients for our bodies. Next is exercise. Regular moderate exercise is essential for optimal physical and emotional wellness. Whenever I hear the word exercise, I kind of get all frustrated with that because exercise is not one of my favorite things to do. But I generally like to think of it as more of having a mentality of movement. So throughout the day, are you moving around? Are you intentional with your movement and not just sitting around sedentary? If your job is more of a sedentary job, well, how can you compensate for that by having a mentality of movement? Okay, rest and managing stress. Ironically, exercise will really help with managing stress. But regular sleep is an often skipped essential, but it is an essential practice for optimal health. When we do not allow our bodies appropriate time for rest and regeneration, we can compromise our immune defenses and may become more prone to infection and disease. Chronic stress remains a significant health threat and has been tied to numerous degenerative conditions. And there can be different types of stress. There can be environmental stress, there can be emotional stress, there can be physical stress. There's lots of different stresses that we combat and deal with and interact with on a daily basis. So the next would be to reduce your toxic load and eliminate toxins in your life and in your home. So toxic environmental stressors can have deleterious effects on our health. Common toxic stressors include overexposure to UV rays, toxic ingredients in products throughout our home, cleaners, beauty products, you name it, and chemical pollutants in our air and water. So that's the basis for wellness. And then once you get above those 4 basic steps, we have informed self-care and proactive medical care, which is what we're going to talk about more tonight. So, essential oils. Let's discuss some basics about the oils. Okay, so what are essential oils? They are natural aromatic compounds found in plants. They're highly concentrated extracts that are naturally found and distilled from different parts of a plant, including the leaves, flowers, twigs, the peel of fruit, barks, and roots. So if you look at this leaf on the screen here, this is a peppermint leaf, and this is a peppermint leaf magnified. And those white sacs are the oil sacs. So a plant has these oil sacs in various parts, which protect it from disease. And we can benefit from the same oils the plant uses to protect it from disease. These oils can also clear out negative energy and promote a sense of calmness, lift the mood, and create powerful emotional responses. Okay, many essential oils have really strong cleansing properties and are naturally antimicrobial. Their unique chemical structure allows them to pass directly through the skin for an immediate systematic response when used topically. Certain oils may be used internally to promote vitality and well-being, as well as kill bacteria and viruses in the body. I love that I can use an essential oil to kill a virus when an antibiotic can't even touch it. And this is because the virus lives inside the cell, and most antibiotics can't penetrate the cell wall. And essential oil can, because it is carbon-based, and our bodies know exactly what to do with it. They're also very potent, much more potent than herbs. So 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So if you think about what you would use peppermint tea for, calming an upset tummy, or not some nausea, not feeling well, or to help yourself relax, or you could use a drop of peppermint oil to deal with that concern, and not even half the time, a fraction of the time, and a fraction of the cost too. So talking about the antimicrobial properties of the oils, this kind of demonstrates that. PubMed study demonstrated that On Guard oil, one of our blends, weakened the viruses inside the cells. And this seems to be done by inhibiting viral protein transmission. So you can even go on PubMed.gov and look up some of the studies for the validity and efficacy of these essential oils. Okay, so how to use them? There's 3 main ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. Aromatic use would be smelling the oils in the air, whether it be through the use of a diffuser, which is a cool mist little machine, kind of looks like a humidifier, but its purpose isn't to put moisture into the air. Its purpose is to disperse the essential oil molecules into the air so that it can kill airborne pathogens, open our airways, and deeply affect our mood. Because our olfactory passages go right up through our olfactory bulb and into our brain, directly to our limbic system, which processes and regulates emotions and trauma and all of that, it can have a profound impact on our mood. And aromatic use is one of the best ways to affect your mood, whether that be through a diffuser or putting a drop of oil in the palm of your hand, rubbing your hands together and then cupping your mouth and your nose with your hand and inhaling deeply. You can even put the oils in a spray bottle with some distilled water and spray it around the house. That's what I used to use before I had a diffuser. It was kind of my cheap air freshening method. And that's actually what I still use for our bathroom, for a room spray or an air spritzer, to utilize the essential oils in that method as well. And then next is topical, and this would be applied to an area of concern. So if you had a cut, you could put it on there, or a rash, or a headache, can apply it directly to the area of concern, or you can use it for a systemic approach to affect your whole body system. And 2 places for that approach that I really like to apply would be the bottoms of the feet and the back of the neck. The bottoms of the feet, you'll see this picture here on the right, is a reflex chart. So when you put the oils on the bottoms of the feet, not only is it absorbed very quickly into the body because our feet have the largest pores on our body, but the reflex points of our feet and of our hands, in addition, connect to different parts of our bodies. So for my son, when he has a cold or a stuffy nose, I really like to put the oils right on the bottoms of his toes, because that's where your sinuses and your eyes and your ears reflex points are. Plus, for kids, putting it on the bottoms of the feet is such a safe place because the skin is much tougher. It's not as sensitive as, say, either your wrists or especially anywhere on your face or anything like that. It would be a much safer place to put the oils, and it's not like you're going to be touching it or rubbing their hands in their eyes or their mouth or anything like that. With topical application, you never want to put the oils on your in your eyes, your nose, or your ears. Those mucous membranes are very sensitive, so you never want to put the oils there. And in general, with topical application, I always recommend to dilute the essential oil with a different carrier oil. A carrier oil helps to spread out the essential oil over the surface of the skin so it's not so concentrated. And a carrier oil would be a coconut oil or a grapeseed oil or an almond oil, or even olive oil. I just wouldn't use canola oil. Olive oil has a pretty distinct smell to it, so I tend to go towards fractionated coconut oil, which is coconut oil that stays liquid at all temperatures. But more and more I'm hearing more people who have allergies to coconut oil, so I would recommend grapeseed oil. That's my second favorite topical oil. So the next is internal use, and this would be using the oils under the tongue in a capsule or in water and drinking it. It's good for your digestive issues, cleansing your body from petrochemicals, and for severe infections, specifically a deep intestinal gut infection. This is the last option that I utilize. We personally stick to aromatic and topical use first. And if that's not working, then I will go to internal use. Internal use is not recommended for anyone under the age of 6, so keep that in mind with your kiddos. And internal use is the one that I use the most sparingly. So say if I do have a cold, I'll be putting the oils on my neck daily, a couple times throughout the day, but I'll use the internal usage or application less frequently than the other two. So a little bit more about safety. We talked about how skin sensitivity is a primary issue with topical use. Some of the oils can have a burny, tingly sensation on the skin, like peppermint oil is going to kind of feel like icy hot or Bengay. So you're going to get that cool, tingly, warm sensation with that. And for anybody who's young or has sensitive skin, you're going to really want to dilute the oils for that. So again, keep out of the eyes, the ears, and the nose, and dilute with a vegetable oil, not water. Remember, water and oils repel each other. So if you put an essential oil on your body and it creates a uncomfortable physical sensation, and you put water on it, that's going to just push those essential oils deeper into the tissues of the skin. So you would want to use an oil to draw out and to spread out those essential oil molecules over the surface of the skin. Remember to follow all label instructions and consult some awesome resources that are available for you. The Modern Essentials book, 6th edition, is what's currently out now and available. Is what I have utilized to learn so much about the essential oils, the history and the science and application methods, but also to look up specific concerns as well. So I would highly, highly recommend that book. You can find that on Amazon or another one of my favorite websites called aromatools.com. You can find all sorts of fun apothecary items like roller balls and spray bottles that are all made out of glass, which is important because some of the oils can break down plastic. So you wouldn't want to put the essential oil, say if you were drinking lemon in some water, you would not want to put that in a plastic cup because of the strength of the essential oil. You would want to put it in glass. Same goes with utilizing the oils in different containers. Now for some things that I make, like a big bottle of countertop spray, that is in a plastic bottle, but it's so heavily diluted, the essential oil, in the water and the vinegar, that I utilize a plastic bottle for that. But if you're looking for glass items, AromaTools has some awesome stuff. In addition, aromaticscience.com is going to give you all the science behind the essential oils and why they work and how they work. And then this last one, the new everythingessential.me, is kind of like an online version of that Modern Essentials book. So you can go there and look up the oils and see what those oils are helpful for, and you can also look up health conditions and find suggested protocols for them. So for topical dilution, there's 3 different categories, and each oil kind of will have a N, an S, or a D with them. So neat would mean no dilution would be needed, although I do always recommend diluting. Meat oils that would fit in this would be like lavender, frankincense, very calming oils that wouldn't necessarily need to be diluted, but again, I always recommend diluting, especially for kids or anyone not in otherwise optimal health or anybody pregnant. The next would be sensitive, so you don't want to dilute for young or sensitive skin. And then D for dilute, you always want to dilute those oils before using topically. And the oils that fit in that category would be like clove and oregano. They're going to feel very hot to your skin. And if you're sitting here wondering, well, how am I supposed to know which oils are which? I'm going to send out everybody an email with some information and an oil dilution chart following this webinar. So you'll have that as a resource too. Okay, so before I started using oils, I researched them quite extensively to find out which oil company I wanted to utilize. And I landed on doTERRA for a number of reasons. One of them is their grade of oil. There are multiple levels and multiple grades of oils, the lowest being synthetic. So this would be any scent made to replicate an essential oil, but made in a laboratory. So this will be a lot of your perfumes, scents and lotions, candles, anything like that that is made synthetically with no therapeutic benefit. The next grade would be food grade, and this would be like lemon in salad dressing, or peppermint in chewing gum, or cinnamon in toothpaste. So that flavor is there, but there, again, is no therapeutic value. And then the largest overarching grade of oil is called therapeutic. And that's what most oils are that you will find on the market today, is in the therapeutic grade of oils. However, since there's no governing overarching body of regulating essential oils, there's a lot of adulteration and sneaky things that go on to make the oils cheaper and more affordable in that manner. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the oil is pure. And a pure oil is going to be vital to you as a consumer so that you get the therapeutic benefits that you are looking for. So for doTERRA's oils, their plants are grown in their native habitat. They call this co-impact sourcing, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a coming slide. So where a plant is grown really, really matters. As I've gotten more into gardening, I can really tell where a plant is grown and how it is grown directly affects the harvest of that plant. If I plant something in my garden that gets overshadowed by the enormous tomato plants that always seem to overtake it, then some of those other plants are not going to be getting the sunlight and benefits that they need to produce a good plant. So the soil conditions, the air quality, the harvesting times, and distillation procedures, they all matter. All aspects are important and monitored with co-impact sourcing through doTERRA. There's no artificial ingredients, fragrances, fillers, pesticides, or any other chemical residues involved in growing and harvesting these plants. They are beyond organic, certified pure, therapeutic grade essential oils. And when a plant is grown in its natural habitat, it has all of those things important for that plant to grow. The soil, the climate, the rainfall, the temperature, the sunlight, everything is perfectly suited to make that plant grow to its best possible plant. And so there's no artificial things. Failure to meet the standards means the oils are rejected, that they will not be sold, they will not be distilled, they will not be bottled. They are rejected and not utilized. By poor crop means less availability. Quality is not compromised. And I love that standard that doTERRA has. We've even lost some oils because we haven't been able to find a grower who is willing to meet with our high standards. So it's not just pure, but it's also high quality. And doTERRA also has a Healing Hands Foundation. And at their convention in September, they talked so much about this Healing Hands Foundation, which I'd never really given much thought to until I heard how passionate doTERRA is about this Healing Hands Foundation. It's a nonprofit organization committed to improving lives through partnering with organizations that offer hope to millions around the world. Healing Hands seeks to bring healing and hope to the world for lives free of disease and poverty, and to ultimately teach impoverished cultures how to be self-reliant. So it's really more of a missions focus with this company, and for me that is something that I cherish, and knowing that these essential oils that I am buying and utilizing are going to help other people in countries is, for me, it just gives me goosebumps. So here's a little bit more about the co-impact sourcing. So the mission of doTERRA is to provide the world with the highest quality CPTG, or Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Essential Oils. And it's changing lives in ways once thought impossible. Now, thanks to co-impact sourcing, doTERRA is also bringing hope to the people that help provide these precious gifts of the earth. 18 of the 26 countries doTERRA sources essential oils from would be considered developing countries. And many of these countries face economic and environmental challenges that prevent their citizens from having a better quality of life. doTERRA developed the co-impact sourcing approach as an answer to many of these challenges. doTERRA's co-impact sourcing has long been a vision that doTERRA has aspired to fulfill. And through this program, doTERRA can not only ensure a long-term supply of CPTG essential oils, so sustainability is taken into consideration from dedicated partners, but also improves the livelihoods of the small-scale family farmer that grows the best quality plants for our essential oils. So before co-impact sourcing, growers were often unorganized with limited access to information and layers of middlemen taking their money, as opposed to now, with co-impact sourcing, the growers are organized into cooperatives with teaching, training, and capacity building and coordinated services. So they're much more organized, they have much more teaching and training, and we're cutting out the middlemen. Before, there was limited resources and capacity for harvesting, and harvesting immature plants out of season with little incentive to produce higher quality. So there wasn't really anything benefiting them because they were just getting ripped off. Now with co-impact sourcing, there's an improved growing and harvesting practice to achieve optimal oil yield and ensure sustainability. So we're not just taking what we need and leaving nothing for future generations. Before, varying plant and oil quality subject to volatile market pricing. So there was just so much flux in what was being produced. As opposed to now with co-impact sourcing, there's a consistently higher quality oil, and growers receive fair and predictable pricing from a long-term buyer. And more on that Healing Hands Foundation. They're funding projects to benefit grower communities for improved overall livelihoods. So education and clothing and clinics and more for their growers that they ever had before. So here is where, this picture here is where our oils are sourced from. So you can see all over the world come all of our different oils. And here's a little bit on doTERRA's testing methods for every batch. So you'll see at the beginning the raw plant materials are harvested, and it undergoes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 different tests. Then it is shipped to doTERRA and undergoes more tests. Once the oils are bottled and labeled, there are more tests that the oils undergo until they are released for sale. And this is for every batch. So you can be trust and ensured that the oil that you are using is pure, 100% pure, tested to be certified pure and safe for you and every member of your family. Okay, so illness prevention. Let's start at the bottom of that pyramid again, foods for health. I love, love, love this quote by Hippocrates, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. It just says everything to me that I'm trying to do with natural health. So some really good foods for health would be bone broth, even better if you make it yourself, fresh fruits and vegetables, healthy meat, poultry, and fish, specifically for poultry and meat, grass-fed, farm-raised, pasture-fed, and fish found wild-caught. Healthy fats like coconut oil, real butter, and other healthy fats. Fermented foods, the probiotics are really, really good for your gut health, such as vegetables like sauerkraut and kimchi, and kombucha and kefir, and then yogurt, and other whole foods that are rich in nutrients. And then elderberry syrup, I debated adding this to the supplement slide, but it can kind of go in either category. Elderberry syrup is very, very good for boosting your immune system and helping you to fight off colds. I recently just made my first batch of elderberry syrup, so that was a lot of fun. So that is something that you can also make in your home. So foods to avoid that are negative for your health would be refined grains and sugars, artificial sweeteners, unhealthy fats, processed foods, and then especially during an illness, you're going to want to limit your whole grains, limit sweeteners, even natural ones, and dairy, which can increase mucus production. So if you remember your mom telling you to not drink milk when you have a cold, that's why. So here are some supplements, and this is where I debated adding the elderberry syrup, so you can kind of add it on here as well. Vitamin A and D, essential vitamins for immune function. Fermented cod liver oil is an excellent source of those two. Probiotics to help support your gut, which is where 70% of your immune system lives. So keep that in mind. If your gut is off, chances are you're going to be sick a lot. Choose a multivitamin that's whole food instead of synthetic vitamins. doTERRA has a pack of vitamins called the Lifelong Vitality Pack that is fabulous, and I would highly, highly recommend to anybody for health concerns or emotional concerns as well. It's really, really great for anxiety, depression. It's also a really great prenatal vitamin. It's fabulous. And chiropractic. So chiropractic aligns the bones so that the nerves can then be properly placed and can send appropriate messages to the body. If a part of your spine is out of alignment, one or more nerves may be pinched, which means the messages from the body part to the brain can't get through properly, sometimes causing illness. When the body is aligned, it functions better, and this can therefore boost your immunity. Okay. So now, essential oils. This essential oil, On Guard, which was the one that has been tested on PubMed, you can use this. It's a protective blend. It helps boost your immune system. It's a blend of wild orange combined with cloves, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary that offers a fragrant, natural, and effective alternative to synthetic options for immune support. And it smells amazing. It smells like Christmas. So it's also great to diffuse, especially at Christmas time. In addition to the On Guard oil, doTERRA has a whole line of On Guard products. There is On Guard Plus capsules, which is On Guard blended with black pepper, oregano, and melissa. It strengthens and maintains a healthy immune function when seasonal threats are high, or to protect against elements that can weaken the immune system. It's known for positive effects on the immune system and ability to protect against environmental threats. On Guard Plus should be taken on an occasional basis when healthy immune function may be compromised. On Guard beadlets, they're easy and convenient way to obtain the immune-boosting benefits of On Guard. They're tiny vegetable beadlets that melt in the mouth quickly to freshen breath and support the immune system. They're perfect for home use while traveling and to boost your family's immune system anytime, anywhere. On Guard throat drops, these are fabulous. They provide a convenient way to benefit from On Guard's immune-supporting properties. With all natural organic cane juice and organic brown rice syrup, these drops help support fixed and immobile immune function and help calm and soothe dry, scratchy throats. Cleaner concentrate, which is designed to be the ideal natural cleaner. This powerful essential oil blend is combined with plant-based derivatives that provide a non-toxic and biodegradable way to clean and eliminate odors. It's safe for your family as well as the environment. And the multi-purpose capabilities of On Guard Cleaner Concentrate make it perfect to expertly clean hard surfaces in the kitchen, bathroom, or any other room. So if you weren't wanting to make your own, you could utilize that. Then there's a foaming hand wash. So you can refill your hand soap and place that around the house for you and anybody else in the house. Toothpaste, this toothpaste, I can't even say enough good things about this. I was pretty much sold on Crest, like that minty taste and just the way that it works. So I was a little hesitant to try this, and I have sensitive teeth, and I've tried other fluoride-free toothpaste, and they just made my teeth sensitivity even worse until I tried this toothpaste. Now my teeth don't feel sensitive at all, and like that fuzzy feeling you get on your teeth all the time, I don't have that as much with using this toothpaste. I absolutely love it. And then there's laundry detergent as well. So you can see there's a whole variety of options to utilize with this blend of oil. All right, before illness hits, how to be prepared. Let's fill our toolkit. This picture right here is a blend that you can make up with these different oils and put it on your feet, again, like we talked about before. This you could put in a roller ball, rub on your bottom of your feet daily, or the back of your neck. So oils to have on hand for respiratory and viral concerns. You'll definitely want to have On Guard, oregano, breathe, lemon, or lime. So On Guard we talked about before. Oregano is super antibacterial and antiviral. It's going to be fabulous against gut concerns and problems like that. Oregano is a hot oil, so you will, if you put that on topically, you will want to dilute that with a carrier oil. Breathe is our respiratory blend. So it combines a few different essential oils, which is fabulous for any respiratory concerns. The oils in this are laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, lemon, ravensara, and cardamom. So all these oils in this blend have been studied for their abilities to open and soothe the tissues of the respiratory system, and also for their abilities to combat airborne disease or airborne bacteria and viruses that could be harmful to the system. Highly recommended would be frankincense, eucalyptus, and melaleuca. Frankincense is like the superhero of essential oils and basically liquid gold. I didn't know a ton about frankincense until I started learning more about essential oils, except that it was given to baby Jesus. And if baby Jesus got it, then it must be pretty awesome. However, frankincense does so much. You can use it for skin, scar tissue, whether it be stretch marks or acne scars or anything like that. It has a lot of different properties, anti-cancer, antidepressant, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, anti-tumor, and it helps boost, and it's an immune stimulant. Can be used for a variety of things in a variety of ways. It's also a natural anti-inflammatory. So it's really great for those concerns. It helps boost the effect of all the other oils. So that's a little bit about frankincense. And I'll tell you later how you can get frankincense for free this month. It's also good to have peppermint and thyme on hand, as well as your immune-boosting foods and supplements, the On Guard products that I mentioned before. You can make your own hand sanitizer out of On Guard, in addition to the products that doTERRA offers. Modern Essentials book and other reliable online resources, and a diffuser. It's one of the best ways to get the oils therapeutically benefiting everybody in the household and in the family. Okay, you want to plan to be diligent. So natural medicine is different than modern medicine. You want to apply the oils as often as needed for symptom management. It's highly unlikely that you can overdose. That would be if you use like a large amount of oils. In one of our bigger bottles, it's a 15 milliliter bottle, so you're going to be using 1 to 2 drops per application. Like overdose is like, 8,000 milliliters, way above and beyond what a single bottle would hold. It may take several applications, or it may just take one. The key is to use less oils more often. So instead of using 5 drops of oils once in the morning, you would want to use 1 to 2 drops of oil a couple times throughout the day. This is really why I like to make rollerball blends, because it's then pre-diluted. Even my 2.5-year-old can put it on himself. You can take it with you on the go. And I just find when they're in a rollerball blend, I just use them so much quicker and so much, I go to that resource much faster. You want to be consistent with application for immune support during illness or whatever concern it is that you are wanting to address. Consistency is key. Follow protocols and recommendations in the Modern Essentials book. And other great protocols on the new everythingessential.me. You can also interact with team members on our Facebook page for testimonies and tips. This is unique to wholesale members, which we'll talk about in a little while, but it is a great resource. And remember, every body is different. So if one oil works for me for a specific concern, it may not necessarily work for another person with that concern. So listen to your body and see what works. Okay, so when illness strikes, let's talk about some natural essential oil protocols. So for immune response, so for a fever, for fevers in our house, we let run its course until it gets to a specific number. But for the majority of it, I like to let a fever run its course because it is working with your body to fight off that illness and infection. Oils to use to help make the body more comfortable would be peppermint, lemon, and lavender. Peppermint is very cooling, so it'll help bring the body temperature to a more comfortable place. You can use that also if during the summertime if you get overheated outside. You can make a cool down spray, put peppermint on your body, and it'll really cool your body down. Immune support, use On Guard on the feet regularly. Oregano is a powerful antiviral. In addition to the On Guard oil, you have the beadlets, throat drops, and the soft gels. And diffusing the oil is going to be really helpful for the whole family. Respiratory symptoms, for a cough, I would recommend Breathe, which is a blend of oils. Melaleuca, frankincense, eucalyptus, marjoram, and white fir. To open airways, and those for a cough, you can apply those oils topically or diffuse them. To open airways, diffusing the oils is going to be really, really great. I like to diffuse the oils at nighttime to help keep congestion away and airways open. Breathe, peppermint, and eucalyptus are great for that. To reduce airway inflammation, Breathe layered with frankincense and white fir is going to be fabulous for that. It's also really good for cough, too. Runny nose, Melaleuca, lemon, and lime. And then congestion, Breathe, peppermint, eucalyptus, and Digescent. Digescent is a blend of oils for digestive concerns. However, it is fabulous for eliminating mucus. So respiratory usage suggestions. Topical recommendation would be to dilute and apply 1 to 2 drops to the sinus area below the nose, chest, or reflex points on the feet. I would never put the oils on a child's face, though, in the sinus area, just in case they would rub their eyes or nose. You wouldn't want them rubbing that into those sensitive areas. For my son, I stick to the chest and the bottoms of the feet. But for myself, I will apply that to the sinus area. Aromatic recommendation would be to diffuse into the air. Place 1 to 2 drops in a bowl of hot water and inhale, or inhale directly from the bottle, or put that drop into your hands and cup your mouth and nose. Okay, aches and pains, body aches. There's this oil called Deep Blue, which is just, it smells like an all-natural Bengay. It's fabulous. It also comes in a roll-on and a rub. Oh, pardon me. White fur is also really good for muscle aches and pains, as well as wintergreen. You can apply the oils topically, or you can take a bath with the oils. If you're going to use the oils in a bath, I would recommend making bath salts out of them first, because the oils are just going to sit on the surface of the water, as opposed to pre-mixed into bath salts with some Epsom salts and some baking soda. It's going to mix much better with the water. So for headaches and aches, you know, with your neck and your shoulders, there's a blend of oils called Past Tense, which comes in a roller ball that you can just roll onto your temples, the back of your neck, your shoulders. It works great. Peppermint is my go-to oil for headaches. And these 4 oils right here are kind of my migraine toolkit. Migraines were what brought me to essential oils. I have had migraines for years and years and years, and not much helped. And I was really dissatisfied with what modern medicine could offer me, which was just prescription medication, and that either wasn't cutting it or was giving me a whole host of side effects that I was just not comfortable with, especially looking at getting pregnant and having children. So these oils, peppermint is what I go to first. If that's not cutting it, I will use Deep Blue and frankincense. You'll see here on the bottom a morphine balm. So if you're really in a lot of pain, you can combine these oils and apply that topically, or put that in an empty veggie cap and take it. You want to drop the amount of oil, though, to probably 3 drops frankincense and 3 drops oregano or marjoram. Okay, sore throats. So you can use the oils aromatically or topically for sore throats. Primary oils that you would want to go to would be Melaleuca On Guard, and then oregano, sandalwood, and lime. When I feel that scratchiness coming on, I dilute On Guard, Melaleuca, and oregano. Sometimes I'll throw in lemon too, and just slather my neck with that. Kind of makes me smell like spaghetti, but it works great, and I can tell within seconds that the discomfort and that scratchiness is dissipating. You can also combine 1 drop of oil to a quart of water and drink it. You can gargle with it, which works great for a sore throat. And dilute as recommended and apply to throat or reflex points. Also use On Guard throat drops. What a perfect way to utilize those. All right, moving on to gastrointestinal problems. You want to start with immune support, so On Guard, like we've talked about before. Symptom management, if you have diarrhea, peppermint, ginger, geranium, and digestin apply to your abdomen. Vomiting, ginger, and peppermint, you can apply that to your abdomen as well as your esophagus. Nausea, digestin and peppermint, and cardamom and digestin are going to be very ideal for supporting healthy digestion. Foods to utilize for gastrointestinal problems or concerns. Best one would be bone broth. It's very soothing and supportive. You can drink it even in a mug like you would drink coffee or tea. And it's very important to stay hydrated so that your intestines stay hydrated as well. And here's a bottle of digestin. All right, so how can you stock your toolkit? There are a few different ways to purchase the oils. You can purchase them retail from a consultant, which would be me. You can become a preferred member with 20% off retail prices, or you can become a wholesale member, which is the best value and gives you the most benefits and provides for you the most options. Benefits of a wholesale membership is that it is a 25% discount off of retail. So this would kind of be similar to Costco. So with Costco, you pay a membership fee, and then you get all of their awesome products at a cheaper price. For doTERRA, that is a $35 fee, and then you get 25% off. However, there are enrollment kits that doTERRA has put together that offer the oils at an even cheaper price, which we'll talk about on the next slide. So there's no minimums on orders. You can log in to your account and manage your orders whenever you want. There's no ordering through a consultant, so it really gives you empowerment and control of your own, of your family's health. In addition, you can earn 10 to 30% back in free products when participating in the doTERRA's rewards program, which is awesome. I just got a whole bunch of stuff back for free just by ordering product, kind of like a frequent flyer program. You can also earn 100% of your shipping costs back in free products. And you get a free bottle of peppermint with your annual member renewal, valued at $20.50. So after that first year, your yearly membership only costs $4.50 each year after that. There's lots of special promotions available for members only. The promotion for December is so fabulous. And there's no requirements to participate in the business opportunity, but it is there if that resonates with you and interests you. So here are some pictures of doTERRA's enrollment kits. You'll see this picture up here on the top left with the diffuser there. That is the Home Essentials Kit. Excuse me for a second. And that contains 10 oils, 9 in the 15 milliliter size and 1 in the 5 milliliter size. So you get frankincense, DigestZen, lavender, peppermint, lemon, On Guard, Melaleuca, oregano, breeze, and deep blue, plus a diffuser. And these kits, when you purchase an enrollment kit, waive the $35 fee, and the oils overall are cheaper than they would be even at wholesale, which is why you see those green little circles of the price that you're saving. And if you purchase this Home Essentials Kit up here on the top left, for the month of December, it comes with another bottle of frankincense. So you get a free bottle of frankincense, free full-size bottle of frankincense with that kit. So you get 2 bottles of frankincense, so you don't have to be as stingy with it. So here's that promotion. With any 200 PV order, you get a free frankincense. And what that PV is point value. Every product has a product value. For the oils, it's $1 equals 1 PV. So lemon is $10, so it would be 10 points. So that's how things add up. Frankincense is $93. So to get it this month for free is an awesome promotion. In addition, you can earn free products with our share program. So that's where when you share the oils with somebody else, you're going to get credits back and earn free stuff. I just got the whole new Virage skincare line just by sharing the oils with other people. So if you're interested in free oils and you want free oils, there's an amazing business opportunity available. When I first started, I wasn't too sure about this. I loved the products I was sold. I knew they worked. I believed in them. And as I started to use them, I would just naturally start talking to people about them, because it seems like people's health concerns and the weather are the 2 top things that people openly talk about or complain about, whether on social media or in person. So somebody would talk about a concern that they would have And I would just say, well, have you tried peppermint oil for that? Or list some options. And then they would try it, use it, and want the oils for themselves. So it was just a very natural thing. And I thought, okay, well, I'm already doing this. Well, I might as well get my oils for free by doing this. And it has just become one of the most rewarding things for me, and I absolutely love it. There's tons of team support from one of the largest growing teams in doTERRA. The team that I'm on is huge. There are about 1,500 everyday oil users that you will get to talk to and meet on our private Facebook page that's available only for wholesale members, that you can ask questions, get tips and tricks, and other protocols from people who have used the oils for a specific concern and it's worked. There's a generous compensation plan, and this company has such strong integrity. Their commitment as they grow and grow is to remain a small business, to have that small business mentality and feel even as a large company. So there's a business opportunity. There's also an opportunity for you to learn more about the oils. You can host a class, whether it be a local class or a Facebook class or a webinar like this, or we could do a Skype class and get hostess benefits and free oils. Who doesn't want free oils? I also offer one-on-one wellness coaching, so you can learn how to use the oil specifically to the needs that you have in your family and in your life. So here's my contact information, my email, my website, my Facebook page, Pinterest, all those good stuff. And then the Modern Essentials book is a really great reference. And for everybody on here tonight, check your email. Excuse me, I'm having a sore throat tonight. Check your email for more information and helpful pages and links from me. So I'll email out all this information to you as well on the slide so that you have a way of contacting me. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. So if you have any questions or concerns about anything that I talked about tonight or anything that I didn't cover that you have questions about, please reach out to me. Let me know. I'm passionate about sharing these oils with other people and empowering you to take care of you and your family and those that you love in a natural and safe way. So thank you for listening tonight. For anybody who listened live, and excuse me as I jot down everybody's names, I can read the slide here. Anyone listening live tonight is not already a wholesale member. I'm giving away this Rollerball blend for Stuffy Noses. It's one of my favorites and my husband's too. And let me tell you, you know it's a big deal when the man of the house is on board and asks for oils to use for something. At first, my husband was interested but a little skeptical, as most men typically are. And after he started seeing how effective the oils were, he just started using them and asks me what to use for what, and it's just awesome, and he's learning more about them every day too. So the Stuffy Nose blend is a blend of the Breathe Respiratory Blend and lime, and I'll pick a winner and contact you via email. And up here on the right-hand side are some upcoming webinars. There's one that I'm doing that's not listed on the side here, and that's this coming Sunday, the 21st. It's a Sunday evening at 8, and that's going to be on Healing Oils of the Bible, a special Christmas edition. So we're talking about frankincense, myrrh, and all the other oils of the Bible. So there's a link to register for that on my Facebook page. You can find that there, as well as these other two webinars in January. One on the 4th on winter skincare, and then one on January 21st on sleep, stress, and sex. So I'm really excited about that one. And again, check back on Facebook for the registration links. Okay, well thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight. I love sharing essential oils with you, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much.